2.35, being bowled out for 79 in 18.1 overs. Mitchell Santner, 16 dot balls, 4 overs, 4 for 11, and deservedly the man of the match. And Ish Sodhi, the right-arm leg break bowler, ending up with 3 for 18, and Nathan McCallum with his off-spin, 2 for 15. So New Zealand, they got 126 for 7 in 20 overs. Corey Anderson scoring 34 in 42 deliveries, hitting 3 fours. And then from India, it was Mahendra Singh Dhoni scoring 30 in 30 balls with 1 4 and 1 6, and Virat Kohli getting 23 in 27 deliveries with 2 fours. So we have with us the distinguished Brian Charles Lara, and he stopped me from giving a long introduction, but I remember then when he was 19 years of age and he was captaining the West Indies under 23, playing in a side game against India, he scored 182. And the next year, captaining West Indies B against Zimbabwe, he got 145. So that was the beginning of a distinguished career. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So, India not making it.
No, I think the plan backfired in terms of, I don't know what's the connection between the team and the grounds administration, but the pitch was said to be prepared for, for the Indian bowlers, and what a great choice the New Zealand captain made by leaving out 2 of his prominent fast bowlers to pick some inexperienced spinners, and they did the job for him. So I think it's a lesson learned for India, and it might be coming at the right time at the beginning of the tournament.
And it must be giving jitters to the Pakistan, because they do not have a regular spinner, because Shahid Afridi obviously was one of the better right-arm leg break bowlers, but now obviously degenerating and on the downward slide towards the fag end of his career, and Shoaib Malik hardly bowling and used for 1 over sparingly during the Asia Cup, and the newcomer Ahmad Wasim may well be taking the responsibility. We have to discuss loads more, and we have with us one of the finest right-arm fast medium bowlers ever to ordain an international field, Glenn Magra from Australia. Hi Glenn, how are you?
I'm going well, thanks Doc.
So your team, India, losing?
I wouldn't say my team, India, but if you go back to the toss, I think the toss was very important. I thought Kane Williamson and the New Zealanders read the wicket very well, and they were happy to win that toss and go in there. So yeah, India, you would have thought would dominate on a wicket like that, but New Zealand getting through to 126, it was better than we thought. I thought if they could get 130, 140, it's something to defend, and especially the way that ball was turning. It was always going to be tough, and to lose quick wickets or early wickets put India behind the 8th ball, and they just never looked like getting close to the score. So hats off to New Zealand. We said they're a very deceptive team. They always play to their potential or above, and today they showed just how good they are and how dangerous they are.
And Michael Hassan must be given all the credit, no?
Who's that, sorry?
The New Zealand coach, the way he has brought this team up in the last couple of years.
No, exactly, and like we said at the start of the game, the way New Zealand play, they play a brand of cricket that's exciting, they back themselves, they have fun, they seem to support each other really well, and they've done the business today.
So no Tim Southey, no Trent Bolt, no Mitchell McClanagan, and Rashid Latif is with us, the former Pakistan captain and one of the better wicketkeepers of all generations.
Assalamu alaikum.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम, के हैं ठीक ठाक हैं? आप तो सकीब भाई को कान में कह रहे थे कि ये मिसरीड किया केन विलियमसन ने.
हाँ बिल्कुल किया था, बिल्कुल मैं कायम उस बात पे. सऊदी को खेलना चाहिए था. मैं अभी भी
वांटेड सऊदी टू प्ले.
हाँ सऊदी तो खेलना चाहिए था. मैच यहाँ तक चला गया, गलती इंडियन टीम की भी है. जैसे ब्रायन ने कहा बिल्कुल सही है, बैकफायर कर गया.
ऑलराइट,
क्योंकि किसी के लिए गड़ा खोदते हो तो उसी में घुस गए. लेकिन अगर बॉलिंग देखी जाए स्पिनर्स की, सब इन 6 जो स्पिनर्स ने बॉल की, बेस्ट स्पिनर अश्विन था. उसे 32 रन दिए. इस पिच पे अगर 32 रन देगा तो जाहिर सी बात है इन 3 स्पिनर्स ने मिलकर 3 विकेट्स लिए हैं, 74 रन कंसीड किए हैं. लेकिन अगर हम न्यूजीलैंड का देखते हैं, ओनली 44 रन और 9 विकेट्स. सूदी जो खेला है, मतलब कमाल बॉलिंग की उसने. सेंटनर जो है लेफ्ट आर्म स्पिनर, इन्होंने एयर कम दी है. बॉल को जोर से मारने वाली बॉल की ना तेज की और वहां पे ब्रिक किया बॉल को. फ्लाइट नहीं दी ज्यादा. जो जडेजा जैसे करता है, जैसे वो बताया भी रहता है, जडेजा जैसे कर रहा था उससे भी वैसे ही बॉल की, लेकिन एयर कम दी है। एशविन ने थोड़ी सी टाइम दिया था, ये पिच थी मारने वाली, जोर से मारने वाली, सकलैन से ही बता सकता है क्योंकि स्पिनर है। तो विलियमसन की मेरे ख्याल से कैप्टनसी वो मैं कहता हूँ बहुत अच्छी थी कि नेथन को वो लेके आया, नए बॉल से लेके आया। उसके बाद स्पिनर्स को ज्यादा टाइम दिया उसने, जो छोटे मोटे स्पिनर थे उसको नहीं किया, लेकिन जो मेन विकेट्स थी वो इनके स्पिनर्स ने लिए, 9 विकेट्स स्पिनर्स ने लिए और इंडिया ने 3 विकेट्स लिए, जिसके मेन डिफरेंस है।
Right.
I didn't understand everything that he said, but
Yeah.
are you saying that Tim Saudi should still have played? How could you say somebody should play when the team won emphatically?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand.
I'm backing
I mean,
myself. I'm backing myself.
He's just backing himself, but he was of the opinion that if you compare the spinners at both ends, for India, they conceded 74 runs and picked only 3 wickets. And Ravichandran Ashwin, supposedly the best prospect here, conceded 32 runs in 4 overs. So he thinks that the spinners let India down and allowed New Zealand to score 126. And praising Kane Williamson, he's of the view that 9 wickets for only 45 runs.
44 runs.
44 runs, the trio from New Zealand. So
Yeah,
he
but
thinks
I
that
mean,
was a deciding factor.
at the end of the day, if you said it, New Zealand was going to score under 130, India would have taken that. Any bowling team would take that.
Yeah.
What happened in the later half of the match, the ball spun a little bit more.
Yeah.
It was spinning from ball 1. In the second delivery of the match, spun from outside off stump, got to Guptill. It might have been going over the stumps, that's what it showed. But I believe that the spinning option in this match was definitely the way to go. And India scoring runs last, back against the ball, losing early wickets, and the spinners coming into there was always going to create pressure.
All right. And Brian, now we have our 4th guest, who is just gearing up to join the Pakistan team in India, being a specialist off spinner, and now also the inventor of Teesra. He is claiming that he bowled Sachin in the All-Stars match off Teesra, and you were witness to that.
Yes.
Is it true?
Yes, very true. But you know what? He can go to the World Cup. I remember coming to Pakistan for the first time in 1990. Lance Gibbs was the coach,
Yeah.
and he was in his 5th days, I think.
Yeah.
And he watched the practice pitch somewhere in, I don't know, Peshawar or Sialkot somewhere. And all of a sudden, from his tie and shirt and pants, he had on a track pants, a bowling boot, and he came out and he spun all of us out. So, horses for courses. We can have him back in the
Horses
World
for
Cup.
courses, Sakib bhai, but he has the Dusra and the Teesra, but no knees. So how are you, Sakib bhai?
So you want me to have all those eggs and tomatoes on my head?
I don't want to say on air, but I think you will be still better than the quality of spinners we are having at the moment.
No. Look, today ये जो है मैं क्रेडिट देता हूँ माइक हैसन को,
Mike Hassel,
और विलियमसन को।
Ken Williams.
हाँ, जो सारा मैच वो हमारे सामने है, न्यूजीलैंड के स्पिनर्स ने इंडियन स्पिनर्स से अच्छी बॉलिंग की है, जिसकी वजह से ये आज इंडिया को ये देखना पड़ रहा है। मगर ये देखो कि न्यूजीलैंड की जो स्ट्रेंथ थी वो कुछ और थी, मगर किस तरह उन्होंने प्लान के ऊपर एक प्लान ड्रॉ किया होगा और कितनी जल्दी उन्होंने प्लान ड्रॉ किया और कितनी जल्दी उन्होंने एग्जीक्यूट किया उसको। और अगर प्रेपरेशन, मैं हमेशा ये कहता हूं कि 2 टीमें अगर स्किल्स वाइज दोनों एक तरह की हो, मगर जो टीम प्रेपरेशन अच्छी करेगी, जिसकी प्रेपरेशन इज बेटर देन द अदर टीम, वो उसको डोमिनेट कर जाएगी, वो जीत जाएगी। तो अगर आप आज देखा जाए तो जो न्यूजीलैंड की प्रेपरेशन थी टॉस से लेके एंड तक, यानी टॉस जीत के बैटिंग करना, हालांकि असूलन जो है जो T20 में एक फॉर्मेट चल रहा है कि अभी रन्स बोर्ड पे लगाए जाए, बाद में जो है उसको चेस किया जाए, जो भी इस तरह चल रहा है कि सेकंड बैटिंग की जाए। तो टोटली डिफरेंट उसके ऑपोजिट गए। कैसे प्लान बनाया, जो नए, मैंने भी सूडी को पहले नहीं देखा हुआ था इतना क्लोजली, आज जिस तरह उसने बॉलिंग
You
की
were not that confident, no?
हाँ, मैं इसीलिए आज प्री मैच में यही कह रहा था कि आपका एक मेन बॉलर है जिसने वर्ल्ड कप में इतनी अच्छी बॉलिंग की, इंग्लैंड के खिलाफ वो 5 या 6 आउट किए, 7 आउट कर दिए, और उसकी वजह से इंग्लैंड बिल्कुल ही टॉपल कर गई, और मेन बॉलर उनका उसको बाहर बिठा दिया, मैक्लेगन बाहर बैठा। तो उन्होंने अपना जो बॉलिंग का जो प्लान था वो सारा चेंज करके नया प्लान ड्रॉ किया, और नए प्लान के साथ जो है वो इंडिया को मार दिया, इंडिया के घर के अंदर जाके। तो मैं ये समझता हूँ कि लड़के तो अच्छा खेले, मगर जो प्लान जिन्होंने बनाया और सबके सब उसी प्लान के ऊपर सेम पेज पे आए, और उन्होंने अपने प्लान को उसी तरह एग्जीक्यूट एक्सप्लॉइट किया जिसकी वजह से ये रिजल्ट सामने आया हमारा।
Right. So Glenn Saklan is of the view that New Zealand spinners, they bowled really well, but he's filled with praise for Mike Hayson and Kane Williamson, and he thinks that their strength was fast bowling, and they batted on the spinners, relatively inexperienced spinners, and the way they executed the plan in this match, and he personally feels that it actually won them the game.
Yeah, no, you're probably right there, and I think winning the toss helped. I'm hoping the rest of the wickets in this World Cup aren't going to be like that, because it's win the toss, win the game, basically. You know, I think I would actually turn the ball out there. So it's, but you still have to go out there, do the business. They read the wicket very well, and I think that's what, you know, they took a bit of a risk. They read the wicket, they won the toss, and end of story.
And well, do you know that Brian has 4 first-class wickets, 4 one-day wickets, and 5 list-day wickets?
What I want to tell
so he could have bowled here as well.
What I want to tell Glenn that he used to turn it off his long run back in the day.
you want to tell us that he was a right-arm leg-break bowler?
Yeah, just a bit of drift in, and that took it away from Brian. So.
All right. So you're settling the scores, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, I have no.
Brian, don't you think that T20 brand of cricket, people they get together to see some fireworks and batsmen firing at all centres, high-scoring matches, and then chasing, you know, is an art. But these sorts of pitches, again, now they are going to dent this brand of cricket as well. Because
I don't think that this is sort of like a aberration. This is not. I don't think you're going to see much of pitches like this around the world for a T20 match, and even in India for the remainder of the tournament. I think the pitches are going to be a lot better. As I said back in my day, different to Glenn, when I played at Nagpur, that's what it looked like for a 5-day test match. Right. So I was not expecting anything different. But you know, if you're a cricket fan, you've got to appreciate everything. It was a tight game. I wanted to see India chase the runs, the New Zealand there and got them out. So for me, it was a pretty exciting game. Might have had a few sixes, but you know, if you're a connoisseur of the game, you appreciate games like this as well. Just like a test match, if there's a slow period on the 3rd day, you know, you have to appreciate what one team is doing against the next.
Well, Glenn, again, it may well be a tricky question, that we saw South Africa touring India, and generally there's a talk on behalf of the ICC that there's a standardization when it comes to pairing the tracks. But the way we saw square turners and South Africans, they were beaten all ends up. And now this sort of wicket on the day when India, they were playing their first game of the tournament. Don't you think that this is probably a little more than the home advantage?
Yeah, I think the wicket today turned more than what they would have liked.
Yeah.
And the advantage went a little bit too much in favour of who won the toss. So I think they may learn from what happened today for the rest of the tournament, not produce wickets that are going to turn quite that much. So yeah, I think there'll be some truer wickets that don't turn as much. But yeah, I think today was an extreme. You know, I'd hate to see the rest of the tournament like this, but yeah, you expect the ball to turn when you go to India. When Australia goes to India, it turns, and Australia doesn't play well. South Africa, similar when they come to India. So, yeah, it's not unexpected, I guess, to have wickets like that. But I think for the rest of the tournament, we might see a little bit truer wickets, a little bit harder, and the ball not turn as much.
And a word or two on the standard of umpiring.
I thought the umpiring was okay. When I saw that first, Martin Guptill to come out 6 off the first ball, I thought, oh, here we go. Then LBW, at first I thought it hit him outside the line of off, but I was happy, hit him in line, and I just thought that's out. But it showed that the ball was going over. Well, that's, I'm not 100% sold on that technology just yet, but I thought the umpiring was okay.
So you also think that umpiring was okay?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have a few mistakes here and there, but I think they held their own. 2 former cricketers, and you expect the best from them. I think they're fair umpires, and with the help of technology now, they get a little bit more support, which
Okay.
is not bad.
So a bit of bias for coming in from an ex-cricketer for another cricketer who's empowering now. Huh?
But I like those kind of guys. I think they're fair. They do understand what goes on in the middle.
All right.
And I think they try to keep the game at a certain level all the time.
And I guess with technology these days, we can sit at home and watch it 27 times from all different angles, whereas they get one, they see it once, they've got to make a decision. So, it's they've got a tough job. I must say, I would never want to be an umpire myself.
Oh, right. जी सकी भाई रविचंद्रन अश्विन जो है राशिद भाई 32 runs and the best off spinner in the trade. This is what they say. So अब तो ग्रांड स्वान भी नहीं रहा. So रविचंद्रन अश्विन rules the roost. So how do you see his performance? क्या गलती क्या की अश्विन ने?
मेरे ख्याल से न्यूजीलैंड ने अटैक किया उसके बाद. पहली ओवर में 12 रन दे दिए, 2 छक्के लग गए थे. उसके बाद अटैक पे ही रखा हुआ था उनको. और वाहिद बॉलर जो कि फ्लाइट से बॉल कर रहा था. यहाँ पे जो अगर पिच आपने देखी स्क्वायर टर्न हो रहा था ज्यादा, जो अमूमन ब्रेक हो रही होती है उससे ज्यादा ब्रेक हो रही थी. तो उस पर अगर ये मार के करता तो मेरे ख्याल से और ज्यादा इफेक्टिव हो सकता था. इसने फ्लाइट से जिसकी वजह से रन बन गए शायद.
Okay.
लेकिन पिच का ये है कि मेरे ख्याल से बेहतर होंगी आगे. भले ब्रेक हो रही हो लेकिन ऐसा ना हो कि आप खेलने जाओ और स्टंप आउट हो जाओ. ये जाती है क्योंकि इतने ज्यादा ब्रेक हो रही है, वो मुश्किल हो जाती है. मे भी आगे जाके पिचेस सही होंगी.
Okay, so you're not really happy with the state of pitches.
नहीं इसमें मजा नहीं आया. मतलब एक चीज होती है ना कि आप अगर रुकने में इसमें हो जाए ना, इसका मतलब ये पिच पे फॉल्ट है.
Okay. रुकने में स्टंप हो जाए तो पिच में फॉल्ट है, यानी कि मेरी जो 32 इनिंग्स थी वो पिच की गलती थी. Right. So he's saying that Ashwin probably was not releasing it quickly and was trying to bowl up and over and flighting the ball, and he was hit for 12 runs, and that probably dented his confidence, and he conceded 32 runs in 4 overs.
He considered he got hit for 20 runs and 20 balls.
Yeah.
If you really look at it, after the first 4 balls of the match, 4 balls for 12 runs.
Yeah.
And that was a concerted effort by the New Zealand batsmen, the early batsmen, to go after whoever in the first 6 overs. So I generally think he bowled well.
Yeah.
Might have been able to pick up a couple more wickets.
Yeah.
But again, overall the Indian bowling was not bad. 127 runs. Getting a team, restricting a team out for that in 20 overs was pretty good. It's just their batting pretty much lapsed.
And we always think जी के अब bowling पे बता दें अश्विन.
अश्विन देखें, आप पिछला एशिया कप जो खेला है राउंड विकेट बॉलिंग करता रहा वो.
Right.
क्योंकि वो पिच को समझ रहा था कि भाई पिच जो है वो ज्यादा हेल्प देगी, जो कि कर रही थी. तो उसने अपना पैटर्न चेंज किया.
Okay.
राउंड से ओवर द विकेट आया, जिसकी वजह से और ऊपर से उन्होंने अटैक किया. न्यूजीलैंडर्स ने प्लान किया हुआ था कि इनका मेन बॉलर ये, बाकी जो है वो पार्ट टाइमर सॉर्ट ऑफ उस तरह के हैं, वो इतना डैमेज नहीं कर सकते. तो उन्होंने आते ही जो है वो हैमरिंग कर दी इसके ऊपर. बहरहाल अगर उसकी वैसे देखा जाए तो 11 डॉट बॉल भी किए हुए उसने.
11 dot balls,
हाँ.
20 in 20 deliveries.
हाँ, तो बॉलिंग अगर वैसे देखा जाए दो छक्के लग गए, 3 चौके लग गए, 5 गेंद उसके अगर ऐसे हैं, तो बाकी जो है वो उसने इतने बुरे नहीं किए. मगर फिगर जब आप पूरा देखते हैं तो उसमें लगता है कि भी वाकई इसने गेंदें जो है वो बुरी की हुई है. मैं ये समझता हूं कि जो आज की पिच थी, इस पिच के ऊपर मैं ये बात कहना चाहूंगा कि ये बताती है कि इंडिया के दिमाग के अंदर ये है कि उनकी फास्ट बॉलिंग कमजोर है और वो स्पिनर्स पे रिलाई करते हैं. और आज की जो पिच थी बैकफायर तो हो गई. आज इनकी जो बैटिंग है उसने क्लिक नहीं की. विराट कोहली आउट हो गया, रोहित शर्मा जो है वो आउट हो गया, और वो इतना एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर रहे थे कि भाई न्यूजीलैंडर के स्पिनर जो है वो इस तरह आएंगे. इतना वो एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर रहे थे. मगर मैं ये समझता हूं कि हो सकता है कि इंडिया अपने सारे मैचों में इसी तरह ही रखे, क्योंकि इनके जहन में ये अभी नजर आ रहा है कि ये फास्ट बॉलिंग इनकी कमजोर लिंक है. तो उसको छुपाने के लिए ये जो विकेट जिस तरह की आई, हो सकता है इंडिया के बाकी मैचेस भी इसी तरह के टर्निंग ट्रैक पे हो.
Well, Glenn Saklan, first of all, is trying to vindicate Ashwin and saying that he delivered 11 dot balls, and it was only the attacking mode that he conceded 3 fours and 2 sixes in the initial part of his spell. And secondly, he is also premeditating that we may well see same types of pitches when India plays the games, because of the fact that they are underconfident about their fast bowling, and they are just trying to squeeze the opposition through their spinners, and probably they underrated the Kiwi slow bowlers, and that backfired. So do you have anything to say?
No, he's probably right there, and I think Ashwin bowled that first over while the wicket was still hard, it hadn't had the the footmarks and everything else. So it's that first few overs were probably at its best for the batsman, and then after that I think it got tougher and tougher to bat on as the game went along. So who knows, maybe we'll see more games where India play where they the ball does turn, depending on the opposition too, I guess, if the opposition doesn't have quality spinners. But like I said, if they keep producing wickets like this, I think anyone can come up and put something on the ball and it's going to turn.
And Brian, it also breaks the myth that Indian top order is invincible.
Definitely. I would like to see Rahane in the team.
Right.
I think he needs to come in there. There's a lot of T20 players in there. You've got Raina and Yuvraj Singh. Great when conditions are in their favor, but you need somebody who to tough it out. If they had a Rahane there, you never know, to make it prolong that period where they were losing wickets, consolidate and build on that. But with those sort of out and out limited over players, I think they found themselves really in trouble.
मेरे ख्याल से रहाणे को बिल्कुल सही है कि टेक्निकली साउंड प्लेयर है वो। एशिया कप में भी धवन इतना ज्यादा रन नहीं कर पाया, और यहाँ पे ऐसी पिचेज होगी तो ज्यादा बेहतर रहाणे होगा। मेरे ख्याल से बात सही है, ज्यादा टेक्निकली साउंड प्लेयर है और अच्छी नहीं खेल सकता वो।
So you'll prefer रहाणे over शिखर धवन? You agree जी ब्रेक ले रहे हैं?
नहीं, मैं इस वजह से कि आप देखिए रहाणे को लेके आया था धवन की वजह से, रिप्लेस किया। जैसे धवन फिट हुआ उसने रहाणे को बाहर भेज दिया और शिखर धवन।
We failed against Pakistan, could not score.
नहीं, एक मैच में वो आप अंदर बाहर नहीं कर सकते, और मेरा नहीं ख्याल कि धोनी एक मैच में अंदर बाहर किसी को।
नहीं, मैं रहाणे की बात।
हाँ, वो एक मैच के लिए आया।
And he failed to score.
धवन जो है ना वो फिट नहीं था, तो एक मैच के लिए अंदर आया, बहरहाल उसने स्कोर नहीं भी किया, वो बाहर गया। धवन जैसे फिट हो उसको अंदर लेके आया। अब धोनी को उसके ऊपर।
But why are you preferring? Okay, fine.
Then I'm not technically whatever the legends are saying. I'm a spin bowler, so I'm
That's not sincere.
I'm just saying technically, if we see that Rahane is better than Dhawan, but Dhoni have so much confidence on Dhawan in Asia Cup when Shikhar Dhawan was injured. He brought Rahane in for just one game. And after that, when he got fit, he Rahane. So he has so much confidence on Dhawan. So I don't think so he's going to bring Rahane in. But if you see technically,
should I tell Brian what you were saying when we were not on air? He said had he scored 33 more hundreds, he would have equalled your record of 34. Within a break, game on.